Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Birta, and today I'm gonna do Ask the Icelander. And this is actually something I have done before, and I did it on a different channel a while ago, actually 3 years ago. And I had a look back on that video the other day, and I was kind of astounded by the numbers that it had. 23,000 views and so many questions on there that I haven't looked through because this channel kind of just fell to the wayside. I was moving a lot, so I think it's nice to answer some of the questions that were posted there since I haven't, as well as I'm gonna mix it with some questions that I personally get. This video is by no means every Icelander's experience. This is only my experience. So I'm gonna jump into it with a couple of personal questions. Who does your makeup? I do my own makeup. I'm not a makeup artist by any means. I just like having fun with makeup and trying different things because it's kind of a way to express yourself. Another question I get asked a lot is who takes my photos, and especially when people look at my Instagram. And with my self-portraits, I shoot them myself. Obviously, it's self-portraiture. Another question I get asked a lot is how many wigs do you have? And I actually don't know. I actually don't know how many wigs I have. What tips would you give when it comes to someone wanting to learn Icelandic? And I think usually the best thing to do is move to that country or move to a community of where people speak the language and just jump into the deep end, I think. But I've heard when you move to Iceland and if you speak very good English, that most of us speak very good English as well. So people automatically change to English because it's easier for everyone to be understood and everything like that. So if you move to Iceland, if you want to learn Icelandic, let people know, just tell them. If they start speaking English, just keep going, talking Icelandic. And I don't think anybody means anything bad by it when they switch to English. It just kind of comes naturally, I guess. I mean, it differs for people, but I think everyone is just trying to find a common ground, like a common language to speak. But when it comes to learning Icelandic, I think it depends on where you're coming from, like what's your background, because obviously it's going to be easier for you if you live in Scandinavia to learn the language because it's more similar, I guess. I guess there are courses online. I have never looked into it because obviously I've lived in Iceland for 27 years. I think it might be interesting, and I've been thinking about doing this for a while, to do, like, if some of you know who Nikki Tutorials is, she always ends her videos with Dutch word of the day, and I've been thinking, like, I don't want to copy her idea, but Icelandic is so weird and it's so yeah, it just kind of, I really love Icelandic, and I would like to be able to spread it. Obviously my videos are in English, but I would like to give something back, if that makes sense. So is that something you might be interested in? Maybe that's a way to learn Icelandic. I don't know. The next question is, what advice would you give to someone wanting to move to Iceland? I've never had to help someone move here, so I don't know the back and forth of the everything with paperwork and stuff like that, how to get in. Obviously depends on where you're from. Yeah, I know it bothers some Icelandic people, especially, sorry to say, like, I'm from a small town, but if you're not willing to try to learn the language, if you're not willing to be a part of the community, I think that bothers a lot of Icelandic people with people that are moving from abroad. I think the advice I would give to someone moving here is just save up a lot of money because it's so expensive to live here, and also just be open to be a part of the community. I think my 3 main points would be: don't come here broke. kind of have a plan for what do you want to do. Like, do you have background in some job that you can apply for if you want to stay here? Do you have something? And yeah, just give back to the community would be my third. I don't know. Next question is, supposedly it's really expensive to live in Iceland. Do you agree or disagree? I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, it's just very expensive. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights? I sure have. I see them every year, actually. And I know I'm very fortunate. And I know I take it for granted, for sure. But I always get so excited to see them though. I love them. They're so beautiful. And when I see someone post on Facebook or Instagram or whatever that there are Northern Lights outside, I'm like, yeah, I'm going for a walk. So they still excite me, but probably less so than other people. Yeah, I've seen them. I love them. My hair is kind of like them. Favorite Icelandic food? So probably my favorite like traditional Icelandic food is slaughter, which for people in Scotland and England is, you're gonna think it's haggis, but it's not. I've tried haggis and it's not good. Sorry. It's just too spicy and everything for me. I don't know if you can find it somewhere else. I guess you can make it. I don't know how to. I just did it as a kid. Sorry, but there must be a recipe somewhere. Slaughter. Do you think Icelandic is an expressive language? I mean, I'm so curious when I meet foreigners and I'm with my Icelandic friends or my family or whatever, and we're talking to each other. I ask people, like, what do we sound like? And people usually say like it's very chill, but I think it's an expressive language, yeah, for sure. Nothing like Italian though. How emotionally open are you? I don't know if this question is aimed at me or if it's aimed at Icelanders, but I'm gonna answer both of them. For me, I think I am quite emotionally open. I have no trouble, yeah, just letting my emotions out there, if that is what that means. With Icelanders, I think it's different. I think it depends on the environment and the situation, how people let their emotions show. Like if people are drinking, then yeah, for sure, emotionally open all the way, all the feelings. But if it's just on a normal day downtown, I have heard people say that Icelanders are very dry. I don't want to generalize with people because every situation is different. Iceland has rude people, we have nice people, we have funny people, we have not so funny people. And like we have the whole spectrum of everything, of course. I wish we only had nice, happy people, but we don't. I'm sorry. Like you can meet super nice people here, but you can also probably have a very bad time. The final question is it constantly bright during summer and endless dark during winter? And I think that is pretty much so, yeah. We've even had summers where it's kind of gloomy all the time. So if we have like a rainy summer, it makes the winter so much more tougher to get through, because like the carrot at the end of winter is there's gonna be summer. In the winter, like in December, January, if you're starting at 8 in school or work or whatever, and you're finishing at 4 or 5 or 6, it's dark when you go out and it's dark when you come home. And it's dark just all the time. So if you don't work outside or you're not able to go outside when it's bright out, like at 1 or something, it's very rough. So if you have more questions for me to answer on the next one, leave them below, or you can drop me a DM on my Instagram. This is my Instagram. So I have a couple of questions for you guys. You can leave below where you're from. What words would you use to describe your country? And what is your favorite curse word in that language? in your native language. I don't think I have anything else today. So until the next one,